Okay, hello again. So today is the last transmission before a little bit change of plans. I'm gonna have to disappear for a week. Some small private matters. Anyway, before I go, I've decided to just take this time to finish as much as possible. As you can see, I've got the body here, and all the wormholes are already patched and looking relatively okay. I will have to finish the neck, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it in such a small amount of time. For a moment there I thought that it was curved, like that the neck was wavy. Anyway, yeah, today let's do as much as possible from the small stuff, aging pickguard, moving and checking if the electronic works. As you can see, I did manage to install the tremolo system, and I thought I would have to modify the holes. I've ended up just modify the bushing like this one, and it is not entirely circular, but out of 3 options that I had, so changing the geometry of the holes, which was very time consuming, moving the bushing like 1 millimeter and plugging the hole, redrilling the hole, it was, in my opinion, the best option, because you can always change the bushing to any kind of, like, those are not expensive. Even the vintage ones are not expensive. Maybe I will clean a little bit the bridge, but I will have to just install the remaining screws for this tremolo system. I think those are the correct screws, so let's do it while we're at it. Oh wait, no, I did actually polish it. Yeah, good enough. Should I take it off and polish it? Nah, it's polished enough. Like, it's not over polished. It is. I did polish it like a few days, or not, yeah, a few days ago. Like, this is amazing that the all parts, because all of the parts that I have in here are from all parts, and those fit very snugly, including the screws. All of them, they fit the holes very, very snugly, very, very well. Am I online right now? Because this is weirdly, I haven't lost any. I never know with this internet. I never know if I'm online or not. I have no idea. I should be. I'm gonna check something because I'm gonna take off the pickguard right now. I will age it probably today, but as you can see here, or not, there is a piece of string that I've installed, and it goes from the bushing to the control plate of this electronics of this guitar. I will check the connectivity right now. It's so much. Yes. Yeah. It basically works. Okay, let's try the electronics. And for that, I'm gonna use. Do I have any kind of old pickups here? I should have. I could use the one that's. Here we go. I will clean them though first. I think this might be a good idea, no matter if it turns out to be working or not. Here we've got some contact cleaner. I think I should probably protect my body a little before I do such a thing. This paint is coming off very easily, as you can see. Wait. But I'm not gonna remove it completely. I think this is a part of the history of this instrument. I hope the electronics works, because then I wouldn't have to redo those. Okay, so this is a volume, this is tone, from what I understand. I need 2 alligator clips. And we're gonna start by simply testing the resistance, if it changes or not. Yes, and here. So we are full. Oh, this is the common. It doesn't matter at this point, but you know, it's always good to. And no reading. Not great. Not a good sign. I really hope that the pots would be okay. Let's check connectivity between. But there is connection. This is okay. This is okay as well. Huh. Is this that? Huh. That explains a lot. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Do I have a dead pickup right now? I was sure it was working. Yeah, this is working right now. 2 alligator clips. And now 100 kilo. No. 14. It's very wonky. 3 meg. Okay. The alligator clips are doing weird things. Do I have any kind of different pickup? Here we go. No. Okay. Let's take this one because I know it is working. This is a mini humbucker from '69. This will come back at some point in our history, but for now it must be, it serves the purpose. Let's go. Do I have a reading? Yes, 6 kilo ohms. Right now the green is the common or the ground, and this is the wire, the main wire, the hot, as they say. We have some weird readings, very weird readings. It's not a good sign. We at least have readings. There is a lot of capacitance going on. I don't understand why is it. Six kilo ohms. Oh, I get it. It's the Faraday cage. 6 kilo ohms. So it works, huh? Because when I connect that, yeah, when I connect that, it starts to go crazy because it reads, for whatever reason, all this circuit, like all the metal underneath it, which is weird. I've never seen something like this. Maybe there are some electrical people who could tell me why. Six, yes. I will turn it to you a little bit more. 6.3 kilo ohms. It's really like it's not the perfect. You can trust me, it's working. Let's put it in a circuit, and by that I mean my small amp here that I have.
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, shut up. It works! Jesus! Haha! Haha! It works! I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It works. We can test the... I think we can test the pickups now. Because from what I remember and from what I've tested, those two are working. But you will never know, right? I'm going through changes. Yes, sir. And that was the one that I've rewound. Let's try this one. Yes. So, the electronics is working. Hallelujah. Now, with that information, we can start working on the pickguard or on the other small stuff. I'm still undecided how should I straighten the neck. And by straighten the neck I mean I need to buy a ruler and just make some notches on it. Because again, I don't have the straight edge. Let's take this one instead now. And we can clean this. Do I have to? Oh, you're right. There are like two spots where I like to polish it a bit or sand it a bit, because there are some. When the previous owner, I mean the guy who sold it to me, when he chipped the lacquer off, he went a little bit too deep and too aggressive with the chisel, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna polish it just a little bit more here in this area. Also, from what I remember here, there are some chisel marks that needs to be sanded just a tad. I'm not gonna go full Monty on it, but it feels a little bit rough underhand when you're just like going around the body. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah. Here, no, it's just the paint going off, coming off. Let's slightly, very slightly polish it. Not a lot, just a little bit. I don't want it to be like shiny, but I don't want it to be also like, you know, very, very dull. Yeah, I think it's enough. Again, I'm not looking for perfection or just, you know, overall silky smooth mirror-like effect, but I liked it to be a little bit more smooth to the hand, you know. And I am well aware that some of you are crying right now in horror of what I'm doing, but it will be dirty in no time, believe me. And I really like my guitars smooth, not necessarily unused or unloved, but smooth. Okay, see, it is shiny, kinda, but it still has this character of an instrument that was taken out of the dumpster recently. for a lack of a better comparison. Okay, we need to plug some holes. This one, this one, this one, and this one. To do so, I have to red drill those holes with, yes, 5mm. I also have to red drill the holes for the neck, so I'm gonna be taking the body to my table. What do you call it? Table drill. Okay. So, first things first, I need to install the drill. I will have to check the depth a little bit lower, I think. I am going almost the entire length. I've just put some cardboard from Amazon. Come here. You're gonna see everything. Struggling with my workspace, you know, a little bit. Anyway, I am not so worried about those holes not being sharp at the edges, because they would be, I am sure they will be covered with the pickguard, so I just can, like, wait, I think I'm clipping my mic, and heavily. Now it should be okay. Anyway, I am not concerned with those holes right now being not 100% perfect, because again, they will be covered. I've got a sneaky suspicion that I've made a mistake. No, they actually went really smoothly through. Because there can be a blowout if you are doing this too fast or too too fast or too forcefully. But it's okay. Oh, that's my PC. I thought I thought that this part here is something that's in front of the camera. Do I have any major blowout? No, actually not. I will have to put some super glue here though, just to be sure it's all gonna be all right. Yeah. It is all covered by the cover plate. This is obviously the wrong one. I will order some better ones in the future, but right now this is it. It is what it is, as they say. Okay, the holes are drilled. Those have to be plugged. 0.5, like 5 mil. This is 5.9. Where do I have like 5 millimeter? Is this 5 millimeter? Yes. Why doesn't it fit? Weird. 13. Okay, I'm just gonna eyeball it and then just cut it to length. Because again, it won't be visible anyway. And this might seem brutal what I'm gonna be doing right now. Oh Christ almighty. But believe me, it's not. I've done it a lot of times. Where are the pliers when you need them? That's my main gripe about my work environment. I don't put things in the right place. Everything in its right place. In its right place. Now. And again, it seems like I am a little bit harsh on this guitar. I'm not, believe me. It sits very, very well here. And I'm just gonna cut it off immediately almost because reasons. On one hand, I have to be very careful but on the other, I have to be very careful. Now, it might look like a butchery, but as you may know, I kinda know what I'm doing. Kinda. Not like entirely. And now just you know, gonna take some of the excess off. I might have put a little bit too much, leave a little bit too much of. Can I take it with chisel, or my chisel is not sharp again? Yeah, I can't. I will think how to do it later. The glue has to settle as well, so you know. I'm just gonna put some. I don't have sawdust like in the right. Do I? No, I do. Let's take this one. There are some cracks that needs to be filled, and I'm just gonna do it with sawdust and some super glue. Again, it doesn't have to be too perfect, because it will be covered by the picguard. If I can close the cracks even a little bit, I will. I will have to think about how to take those without such a problematic, in some better way, because they are really uneven right now. Go. I know you can't probably see what I'm doing right now, but what you want to do is like bend the knife, the blade, and you just cut it. That's it. There's no magic to it. It is a little bit rough here and there. This is why I've... Oh, hi! Cześć! Cieszę się, że oglądasz. I hope English doesn't scare you. How's your day, mate? Gadasz po angielsku? Okay. Almost done. Great. Oh, hi. I wasn't expecting anyone to be watching. So thanks, mate. Thanks. Anyway, as I said, I've re-drilled the holes for the neck, and in theory we can try to put the neck on right now, just for shits and giggles. I'm stoked that you are watching, people. I literally am. Do I have the proper screws? Yes, sir, I do have. Oh, no. I've accidentally turned on my soldering iron. Anyway. Let's try it out. Are those not? No, they are perfect. So, a Frenchman and a Polish guy watching. Again, I'm stoked. And this one will be a little bit more boring than usual because Those are things that every single time you have to do, no matter. This is always a great part of the project when you can yeah, it's really rainy here in Germany right now. So yeah, as you may know, I am Polish, but I'm currently living in Germany. Anyway, there are some major how can I say it, milestones when it comes to guitar repair, and putting a neck on is always a great feeling. So oh, seriously? Cool. I didn't know. I thought you were from Poland. Nice. Like we've talked. Oh, cool. Say hi. Okay, I'm 48 minutes into the stream. I will reinstall the tuners right now, and the guitar still has to. I still have to dress the frets and, you know, make them pretty. It's always a little bit time consuming and at the same time a little bit boring. But it's a part of the charm, like it's a part of the process. And every single project that I will have in future, and I have some amazing projects for the future as well. It's not just this one. Again, this is 65. I freaking love it. But every single one has to be refretted. So yeah, either the guitars are already so old that the frets are just very dented and worn out, or I have some from the 70s where they produced really low frets. I am still unsure if I should redo the neck. I really like it a little bit dirty. It fits the whole vibe of this project a little better, I think. The tuning pegs, if you remember, they were rusted over. Right now they are just very smooth. I will have to redrill this hole, and I will have to find a proper replacement screw, because the other one was broken, as you might know or not. Okay. I think I will leave it for now in this, because there are different types of finish for the neck. You can go full gloss with poly, full gloss with nitro. I'm just gonna leave it a little bit more natural because I kinda prefer it that way. At least for this guitar. So, David, which part of France are you from? North, south? It's good that you wrote some messages because at least, first of all, I am at least not talking to myself for an hour or so. And the second part, I know that the transmission, that the live stream is on, because with this German internet, you never know. You really never know. Okay. This one feels a little bit stiff. This one is bent. But overall, for a 60-year-old tuning pegs, they're all right. Marseille. Cool. You know, I've never been to France. No, I'm sorry. I was in Paris. My mind is a Swiss cheese. But I would like to go there one day. And also, I am a little bit not normal person, so I sometimes go to Le Bon Coin, or however you pronounce it, and just search for this is like a Facebook marketplace for France, and just trying to find a good deal on guitars. And you've got some pretty guitars there, I must say. Anyway, the end of the frets from the top needs to be trimmed a little bit more, so I'll do that. And I am forgetting the headstock, about the headstock. Always, every single time. And it's a major no-no. And with this guitar it's not that dramatic, because if I do some damage to the headstock, it is a part of charm. But if I get like something less used with a better headstock, and I will have like a Gibson in a couple of sittings, I will have to really watch out. I did just a little bit of damage to the headstock. I'm not proud of that. Everybody makes mistake. We're just gonna slightly polish it and then not a big deal again. This neck, as you can see, is a little bit used and abused, so it's only for the outer layer of the finish, which was stripped anyway. So, but I do mistakes like that. That's why this channel is called the Guitar Butcher, because sometimes I don't think, and I got excited because of you guys. So this is secured. I will have to do this side because it's still very sharp. This here is relatively well, and those threads. It's always the beginning and the end of the neck that is like crazy sharp. This thread. Yes, it was eBay Kleinanzeigen. So this is basically like, I really like all the popular equivalents of Facebook Marketplace. Here it's called eBay Kleinanzeigen, and you can find really great deals there. I think you've watched this YouTube video of mine where I kinda explain the story of this one. So basically, the guy who was selling it to me found it on at the attic. And every now and then there are some great guitars in this kind of state of disrepair to be found. I'm gonna be a little bit brutal right now. But this thread was driving me nuts. Yes. I think I will have to invest. There is like a special tool with that kind of file at the end that just takes all the excess threads right away. And yeah, you can find like really crazy deals on the World Wide Web. I've recently bought one of very many Gibsons that I own straight from the US, and it's actually like a 60s SG. Yeah. I've got like, I think 6 or 8 guitars for this channel, only for this channel, and all of them are vintage, all of them. So it's not like this is the only one. Okay, the threads are still a little bit sharp, but it's nothing I can't do when I will be doing, I call it doing nails, because the work itself involves a lot of filing. But anyways, this is almost ready with the refret right now. As you may or may not know, I've refretted it by not going full with tanks, so there are some small spaces that needs to be filled, and I'm gonna do it with super glue, actually. Believe it or not. So let's do it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go that direction. I will take 240. This is way too high of a grit for the paper. 240. A little bit shorter. And now just polish or sand the excess. And now those holes that I've told you about are filled with sawdust. And I can just put some super glue over it. And that is why I've wanted to refinish this neck, because if I wouldn't, I would have to be quite a bit more delicate about this stuff. So I would have to put a lot of attention to this process right now, like filling the gaps with super glue. Right now I can just wait for this to cure, and yeah, it will be done in like few moments. I will do a proper refret on yet another Fender that I have, and there it will be way more challenging, I should say. Let's go. Okay, let's check it. I mean, this is very... how much time does it take? It depends on the instrument, but if I do a refret, it's like, I mean, in between 2 to 3 hours, with all of the taking frets off and so on and so forth. Here, this is, in my opinion, relatively simple project, because all I have to do is put this guitar together, refret it, put some dowels in, like fill those holes. I had to do this one. The next one will be a little bit more challenging, because I will have to use router to route out some let's say problematic places on the body, because on the next project will be trying to repair a guitar that had a Kahler tremolo on it beforehand, and a refret and so on and so forth. So again, stay tuned for that. Where's my super glue? So answering your question, because I didn't, I think this particular one around 15 to 20 hours, because again, this is an easy project. I did one with this German copy of Les Paul. It was called Hoyer, and then I was hell-bent on restoring it with repainting it with shellac. And the most annoying thing is waiting for the paint to cure and and the entire sanding process. Those two are just pain, and every single time you have to do it. Sorry. So that one took me like, I don't know, 50 hours, I think. And there was a lot, really a lot of work, but also a lot of drilling, refilling, whatever you call it. Okay, we need to take this picguard and just age it a little, because right now, if you look at that, this is like a sore thumb, in my opinion, right? You've got a body that is really vintage, all of the knobs, all of the electronics that looks really vintage, and this looks brand new. So I'm gonna start with taking just a little bit of alcohol and just taking some of this this gloss off. We'll see how it goes. And now this is the part that's gonna hurt the most. Okay. Now this is the wrong direction. I should be doing this like that. Now let's take 500 and just okay, and now I have to think about it, because when you play the guitar, this part is very rarely scratched. So I've overdid it just a little bit, but it's not a big deal, because you do have to remember that you clean your guitar, right? So I will every now and then just take a polishing compound and just going a little bit this direction just to polish it off, because in the process, in the guitar's life, it will be many times cleaned, hopefully. I mean, I clean my guitars, but there are periods of time where you scratch your pickguard, you're gonna then go back and just polish it off. So this is the part about which a lot of people forget during those aging processes. And you know, I'm not gonna age it like very, very properly, because if I would do it, I would spend like next week doing Rapid Relic. Yes, it is already looking better, but you have to again think about what's the pattern here. So here are the strings. I did just scratch it a little bit in the wrong direction again, but it can happen. This part and this part has to be scratched a little bit further. I'm gonna just put some tape here. And now I think, if I play that way, that means that my patterns will be this way. And what I'm taking is a little bit of Velcro and just and now, this part is relatively well done. This part here, we do have those switches. Yes, yes, Kuba. So the plan, before I do this, I will explain. My plan is to collect all of the live streams right now, that I'm doing right now, and put it into like one long video where I do the overdub and so on and so forth, what I've done in the detail. And the end, there will be like guitar presentation and so on and so forth. But then again, YouTube algorithm is a little bit, you know, junky. So I'd rather have like 5 to 10 live streams where I show you all what I'm doing right now. Although this might not be the most interesting content, because it's a really slow process. You know, when you have restoration videos, they are like 2 hours maybe tops, and this is 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks work, condensed into like 2 hours. So I've tried to do it like that actually, and it ended up just staying on my hard drive because it is a chore to edit those. Anyway, answering your question, yes, there will be a beginning, the middle part where I just show you how it's done in a very detailed way, and then at the end, you know, the entire presentation of the guitar and the process itself, you know. Anyway, we've got 2 switches here. So the wear pattern is you're playing your guitar like this, but also you're switching here. So I'm gonna go top down in this direction, and a little bit sideways. Okay. And now just a little bit of the polishing compound again. Where did I put it? So I'm removing the scratches, like some of the scratches that I did. And I will redo this process once again, just to have like a not, how can I say it, factory pattern. So if you have like, there are those guitars road worn from Fender, all of them, and I've seen them, all of them feel like they were worn out in the exact same way. Because those are made in Mexico, road worn means that they were theoretically road worn, but yeah, not exactly. If you should road worn poly vinyl like that, it would be crazy. Because nitro, and this is why I like nitro actually. Nitro is such a great finish because it ages. And I have also like few poly guitars, so made with poly, and they are great instruments, and I don't have anything against it. It's just a matter of preference. Like, I prefer instruments that age with time. Then again, Gibson is putting right now so many polymers into the nitro, not polymers, but like everybody was complaining about quality issues at Gibson, so they've decided to make their nitro a little bit more durable, which means that to warn the modern Gibson nitro you would have to play like a ton, and I have too many guitars right now to do so. Okay, anyway, just a little bit of that, just a little bit of polishing compound again, doing the process. I am ranting quite a lot, sorry for that. But then again, as I said before, I can't work in silence. Okay, so this is just a little bit more dull, I'd say. And this is actually a good thing, because now if I put it on the guitar, it doesn't look that out of place. I mean, I know this doesn't transfer at the camera that well, but it's still way better than it was. And I might do it just a little bit more, just to have a little bit more of the pattern, but my goal here wasn't to age it like out of the way. It was just to not have it so shiny and brand new. Okay, I mean, this is all the time I have for you guys for today, and I will have to leave this project for a week right now. I will have to family matters right now. So the next live stream I will just write when it is, and if you have time and you want to hang out with me when I do this guitar justice, yeah, please do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for writing. I am absolutely stoked about your presence. Again, it was a pleasure, guys, and see you next week. No, not next week. Already in August, I think. Where's my mouse? Yeah, I'll be back in Germany 3rd of August. So, yeah. Until then, there will be no further live streams as I'm not here. Yeah. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. See ya.